And welcome. This is tonight's episode of Top Rope Talk. And hold on, let me get my music going here. Here we go. All right. Now I'm going to get my banners going here because we got a fire episode for you. Welcome to Top Rope Talk. We are your host, Denzel Snipes, Undisputed Sumner right here. Shout out to Sean Russo. He couldn't be here tonight. He'll be back next week. It'll be us two holding it down here. I just want to remind everyone to please follow us on our socials, Facebook, Instagram, X, and also TikTok as well. And if you are watching us on YouTube, send us a follow and a subscription, and subscribe to us, and hit the notification bell for all updates. We're coming on a little earlier tonight. Sorry, this is no notice. We're coming on a little earlier tonight because Monday Night Raw actually comes on at 6 p.m. Eastern tonight due to a double taping. The folks out there in Atlantic City apparently are going to get a treat. They're going to get Monday Night Raw and SmackDown back-to-back. They'll just, because of the July 4th weekend, they're going to show SmackDown on TV Friday, but they're going to tape that tonight. So Raw will be live. But anyway, this is the WWE Night of Champions 2026 recap show. We have had an eventful time in Saudi Arabia as of late. There's been a lot of feedback, a lot of controversy, a lot of mixed reaction as far as what happened. Before I get started, I would formally ask you, Tyler, how you're doing tonight, but instead of telling us, why don't you show us? It's on your chest right now.
Let's go, baby! Overflowing is the king of the ring. He is the ruler. He is the mountain that you cannot climb. He is the one above all. He is going to be the next champion. Whether it be the World Heavyweight Champion, whether it be the Undisputed Champion, hell, why not make them both? Well, I'm here for it. Yeah, as you see on the shirt, man, we're here. We're here. And I just want to say, all of the show, we missed him. I wish he was here to see how happy I am. Man, it feels good to be right now. Because for weeks, we were doubted. For weeks, it was not going to be Oba. But it's Oba. Oba's the chosen one. Oba is fulfilling the prophecy. You know, there's a quote that I came with today, and Obafemi said it, but most notably Thanos said it. Dread from it, run from it, learn from it. Destiny arrives all the same.
Yep, absolutely.
Destiny is here. Fate is here. I can't wait to talk more about this in depth because I'm so excited. But man, this is one of the wildest weekends in professional wrestling that we've seen. Real quick before we get into Night of Champions, I don't know if anybody saw this today. Sasha Banks, aka Mercedes Moné, posted a picture on her story about her versus Bayley at Wrestle Kingdom this year. And Bayley's going to be under a different name, whether Bayley's leaving WWE. I don't know if that's a hint. But, man, let's get into the show, man, because we got a lot to talk about. To talk about.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. We got to come back down in a half hour. You know, this was actually quite the weekend for professional wrestling. You know, we had Night of Champions on Saturday, and then on Sunday there was TNA Slammiversary, AEW Forbidden Door, and NXT Great American Bash, in which I watched Forbidden Door and Great American Bash last night.
Shout out Kendall Gray, man. Shout out Kendall Gray for winning the NXT Women's Championship.
New Women's Championship.
Shout out Kendall Gray.
Yes.
You know, I will probably say Night of Champions, in my opinion, has been the best PLE so far this year. It fully feels like Triple H actually just, like he said, nah, I want this company back. He put pedal to the metal and he was like, yeah, we're going to make this a good show. Yeah,
absolutely. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and jump right into it, man. King of the Ring Finals, as you heard, Obafemi defeated main event Jey Uso to win the 2026 King of the Ring. So, we saw him show up on SmackDown. Now, me personally, I think that was intimidation factor for Jey Uso. Because he happened to be there, right? Now, he did have a stare down with Cody Rhodes as well. But then also, he kind of made his intentions semi-clear when he targeted the OTC, not just after WrestleMania, but he told Jey Uso on Raw, "You're not the family member I'm worried about. Go tell your tribal chief that I'm coming for him." So,
Yep.
Tyler, who do you think he's going to choose for SummerSlam?
Well, let's spend a little bit of time on this, right? Because this is one of those ones where you can go any direction because of the fact that you also have a new WWE Undisputed Champion at the time of this recording, in Sami Zayn, which yet alone is crazy to say by itself. But Sammy's not going to be a champion long term going into SummerSlam. He's just not. We do have another PLE in Saturday night's main event coming up in July in about 3 weeks. Here's how they could do this. Oba versus Roman can happen. This could be the start to a series of matches because this isn't just going to be a one and done feud. Right? But I don't think Roman's losing at SummerSlam, which is leading me to believe we're going in the other direction of Brock takes the title from Sami at Saturday night's main event, right? And they do Brock Oba title versus career. That makes Oba Brock 3 much more intriguing and can definitely close the show of night 1. Because I think where they're going with night 2, and we've talked about this before, I think night 2 has to be Seth versus Roman.
Yes, and you know what? When we talked in the group chat, I was like, you know what? I can see where you're going, but now I see even more because my original prediction at the beginning of the year was at SummerSlam, it's going to be Seth versus Roman.
Yep. Because we didn't expect Oba to rise this fast. We thought he was going to take time, and then they just went, strap the rocket. They Apollo 13 this man. Like, they strapped the rocket. We're landing on the moon. We're creating human life on the moon. You know? Yeah. Like, but here's my thing. Doesn't this feel more and more like 2002 Brock Lesnar rookie year?
Absolutely.
He's the first person in his rookie year on the main roster to win King of the Ring. Besides who? Besides who?
Brock Lesnar. Yep.
Besides Brock. I'm telling you, man.
At what event did Brock Lesnar win a WWE Championship? And that was the first ever King of the Ring where the winner got a title shot at SummerSlam.
It was SummerSlam.
Yes, it was.
So I'm telling you, Oba is having a world championship and he's winning against Brock in Minneapolis. They're going to do title versus career. I think, with it being Brock's last match, that's the way you have to go. Make it much more appealing, much more appetizing. Give us the main event that we want, because let me tell you, that can't open a show. That has to be night 1 main event. Title versus career, Lesnar versus Femi. And I'll tell you, the crowd will be hot for that.
And you know what? I also thought about this as well. And take a trip back with me for a second, okay?
Sure.
Because this insinuates that Brock Lesnar could be the one to beat Sami Zayn for the WWE Championship. Now, Sami Zayn just had an emotional WWE Championship win. And we'll get to that in just a second. This was his first world championship after so long, okay?
Yep.
Where else have we seen this before? Kofi Kingston won the WWE Championship after so long. First championship in an emotional win. Who did he lose that title to months later in 8 seconds?
Brock Lesnar.
There you go.
I think it's going to be an open challenge at Saturday night's main event because I think Aldis versus Gunther is where they're going now with Gunther, which I'm intrigued. I don't know what they're going to do with Cody, but keep Cody away from the title for a long time. I think Randy's going to happen in a grudge match. I think Randy's going to come back. I think that's where we got to go. We got 5 weeks to build it. I think it's going to be Oba versus Brock, title versus career. I can't see them do... Don't get me wrong. I can see them doing it. I can see them teasing it. But if Oba goes to SummerSlam and fights Roman, he's not winning at SummerSlam. He's winning the Rumble and getting his get back. Absolutely. I think we're past the part of double duty now. I would like to see it, but I think now it's going to be...
You knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. Have Brock
I
win
think
the
it's
championship and then have Oba
Yep.
beat him. Oba wins the
Yep,
series,
exactly.
champion,
Exactly.
and the only thing about
Exactly.
that is because Obafemi signed to Raw, he theoretically would have only been on Raw mere months. He wins the WWE Championship, now he's on SmackDown, unless you have a superstar shakeup this year, which I haven't heard anything
that's
about.
my thing. And I want Oba versus Roman. I want Oba versus Roman. But here's my thing. Do they do Oba Brock at Saturday night's main event? Or, because here's the thing. Who does Brock face if Roman faces Oba at SummerSlam? Do you do Gunther? Legitimately, do you do Gunther versus Brock for the title?
Yeah, but do you really want this thing to end with the two tied at 1-1?
I don't. I think you need to make the statement of Obafemi is the guy that beat Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
Beat Brock Lesnar twice. Beat him at WrestleMania in under 5 minutes. Beat him at SummerSlam. Retired him in his hometown and took the title off of him. Do I think SmackDown could significantly benefit from Oba? Yes, but here's the thing. If the plan is, like Sean mentioned last week, or 2 weeks ago rather, that we're heading towards Oba Roman at Mania, how do we get there with Oba having the other title?
Simple. Seth beats Roman at WrestleMania, at SummerSlam.
And you have Roman go back to SmackDown?
Interesting, because before he won the championship, he was not formally signed to a show.
So here's my thing. I think we're gonna see. I can't say too much because of the fact that we have to see how tonight goes. Do I think Oba makes his pick tonight? Maybe he does make his pick against Roman. If he makes his pick against Roman, then I think we're going in the direction of it's gonna be Oba Roman at SummerSlam, and it's gonna be Sammy versus whoever. Right? Or Gunther versus Brock.
Yeah.
Either way, Gunther versus Brock has to happen, I feel like, almost. Because I do think Gunther is inevitably going to get that title.
Yeah.
And I think, me personally, Oba fits better on Raw. There's more for him to do. You have Braun Breaker. You have Roman Reigns. You have, Penta. You have Jacob Fatu, Jey Uso, Seth Rollins. Right? There's more for Oba in the main event scene. Also, Javon.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and then not only that, like, Obafemi, he very well could pick Roman Reigns, because even though Sami Zayn's the WWE champion, which we'll get to in just a minute, he may see Roman Reigns as the tougher challenge. He may see Sami as a non-factor. Roman Reigns, theoretically, is the bigger win. Even if Roman didn't have the championship.
And let's not forget here, 2 weeks ago when Roman Reigns was on Raw, and after Jacob Fatu took out LA Knight and went backstage, and Roman Reigns said to Jacob Fatu, "Did you get LA Knight?" Jacob goes, "Got his ass." And then they get ready to leave, but Jacob pulls Roman back and says, "I need you to do one more thing." Whispers to him. Is Jacob going to take a shot at Oba tonight? Is that our main event for Monday Night Raw, possibly? Jacob Fatu, Jacob Fatu, Obafemi.
Yeah, maybe indeed. Well, we do have to move on. We're about halfway through the show here, and we'll get to all of those in a second. So, Queen of the Ring finals, we got Io Sky, who's my pick, beat Liv Morgan to win the Queen of the Ring. She immediately challenged Liv for the Women's World Championship at SummerSlam, so Liv has got 5 weeks to prepare for a get-back. But your thoughts on Io Sky winning? Did they make the right call?
Well, let me say this in the better voice of my two. Oh, yes, they made the right call because Danhausen. Yes. You are cursed. Danhausen cursing Liv Morgan. Like, when I saw Danhausen come out, I was like, oh, he's cursing Liv. He's cursing Liv. Because JD's already cursed. Dom is still cursed. Now he cursed Liv. Here's my thing. this almost feels like they rushed the decision because I hate to say, I feel like Rhea Ripley might not be back from her injury. And I hate to say that Rhea's going to miss SummerSlam, but we haven't seen her for weeks, almost a month.
Yeah. At this point, you got to think about, does she have to relinquish the title?
And that's what I'm truly wondering. But I don't think so. I think Io will take the title from Liv. I'm glad they're not going the unification route. Thank God.
Me too. Yes.
Because I was scared that was gonna happen. But once I saw Danhausen's music hit, I was like, oh yeah, no, Io's winning. Io's winning.
I was like,
I also love how Danhausen just went, the only person who is going to be in trouble is you, because you are cursed.
Now, Sean did mention something, and that is because I predicted Io was going to win because Roxanne and Raquel were going to turn on Liv. Now, tonight on Monday Night Raw, Liv may admonish them for not being out there.
Is the turn going to happen tonight?
Is it going to happen tonight? Exactly.
That's what I gotta wonder.
More to come on that one, yeah.
There's so much. This feels like one of those. This feels like SummerSlam 2022, where Triple H brought all these people back, and you have so much shit going on. Where it's like, oh yeah, no, we're back.
Yeah.
Because think about it, we have no idea. Like we talked about in the previous segment, we have no idea where they're going with Oba now on who he's gonna pick. Because they could go title versus career, or they could go the ruler versus the head of the table. We don't know what the hell's going on with Sami Zayn, which we're going to get into that because holy shit, I'm saying this right now, that's the most shocking title change since Jinder Mahal in 2017.
Probably so.
But all I'm going to say, just keep Cody away from the damn main event scene. Send Cody away. I don't want Cody no more for a little while. He's been shoved down my throat more than my mom's bad meatloaf.
You know what? And we'll get to that in just a minute also. They keep talking about characters being shoved down to people's throats. They said it about Roman Reigns. They said it about Austin Theory. I love Cody Rhodes. I really do. But they don't have that same energy for Cody. Keep in mind, Cody has won the championship 3 times since 2024.
Yep.
3 times.
What do you do to get people interested in Cody again? Turn him heel. Turn him heel.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But we'll move on to our next match right here, and that is the Men's United States Championship. So Trick Williams whooped that Trick, and he beat Ricky Saints. I thought that they were going to pull a fast one, and Ricky Saints is going to win, but obviously they're keeping the belt on Trick, which is it was a good decision. I'm not going to lie. I was good with either one of them walking out with the title. But where does Carmelo Hayes fits in? Because Carmelo Hayes didn't come out there, but also at the same time, this title would be more prestige. I mean, this is a prestigious championship. But I always say that it's as prestigious as how many people that chase it at the same time. Is it time to introduce new wrestlers into the fold?
First of all, congratulations to Trick Williams and Lash Legend on their beautiful wedding that they had last week in Jamaica. Congratulations to them. Nothing but a happy and healthy marriage. But it has to be Trick Mello at SummerSlam. I don't care what anybody says. We've seen the feud before. There's so much more to the story. Like, it should have been the Mania match. But Sammy Hogan had to go along and be like, oh no, I need to be on WrestleMania. I'm happy Sammy won the title, but I don't give 2 shits about him still. Still don't give 2 shits about Sami Zayn. Like, he's been in meaningless storylines for the last 2 years, and like now you have him win a WWE championship just out of nowhere. Yeah, no, we're not. No, let's talk about it. Let's get back to Trick. How about the people's elbow? The people's elbow from Lil Yachty.
Oh no, that was a great moment right there. I would say that between him being a hip hop artist and WWE, this is the best I'd seen. Because I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of him as a rap artist, but this has been the best that I've seen of him. Like in WWE, they need to find a way to keep Lil Yachty in WWE.
Oh, I think they are. I think they're signing him long term because of the fact he don't even need to wrestle. He's good as a manager with Trick.
As a manager. Exactly. As a manager.
And you can tell he's genuinely doing this because he's a fan. He loves this.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of Trick and Mello, it's got to be SummerSlam. Um, yeah, I mean, I thought it was a solid match too. But shout out Ricky Saints for pulling a Eddie Guerrero too. That was unique. I liked that.
See, when that happened, I sat here and I said, Ricky Saints gonna win now. I was like, he's gonna win, but then Trick beat him straight up, which is cool. You know what I mean? But yeah, I like that move though. Go ahead.
I got no more to talk about this match. I thought it was a great match. Happy that Trick is still United States champion. But let's talk about the meat and potatoes of the night. Braun Breaker, Seth Rollins. Woo, holy shit, man! What a match this was.
That is a match of the year contender, and honestly, that match told me more about Breaker than Seth Rollins, even in the loss.
Yep, and Seth said it in the post show. Yep, Seth said it in the post show. He said he may be done with Braun, but this match proved Braun Breaker's ready.
He's ready. I said the same thing. I'm like, this is it.
Yep.
This is how you make him look strong in a loss. You saw how defiant he looked, right? He got up and he was like, "Oh no, I'm not done." And then Seth at the avalanche stomping and got the 3 count. You have him go out defiant. I loved it. It reminded me of Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam 16 when he went out versus the Undertaker.
Yep.
Have him go out defiant. Yep. But go ahead. Your thoughts about this match?
I thought it was the best match of the night without a doubt. But man, like, dude, just this match, the superplex off the top of the cage through the table, the spear, Braun trying to spear Seth through the table, misses, then he catches him into a pedigree, and then the avalanche stop. The wicked spear by Breaker. You had the blood that this match needed because it was a blood feud. I'm happy this was in a steel cage instead of Hell in a Cell because you got more unique. Man, I love this match overall. Excited to see what's next for Breaker. Yeah, man. I'm excited to see what's next for Breaker, but you know what we got to talk about now. I'll let you take the cake with this one because you've been waiting for it to happen, and it happened.
Actually, not just yet.
I know you're a ride or die for the last real good guy.
You not just yet. There's one match you forgot about. We can probably do this one.
Boring as hell. I'll say it like that. Boring as hell. Shout out Tiffany for carrying it, but Jade just literally. What's CM Punk's finisher called?
Go to sleep.
That's what Jade made me do during this match.
You know what? I'll tell you this much. I'll be quick, okay? This match was Tiffany Stratton's warm up to the world title race again.
Yep, she's going for Rhea. I think she's going for Rhea.
Yeah,
she's going to drop that title along the way. I think she's going to drop it at Saturday night's main event to Chelsea Green or somebody. I think a heel turn's coming. Ooh, excuse me. But I think you got to have Tiffany on the card because it's in Minneapolis. That's where Tiffany is from. You have to have Tiffany on the card. And I think it has to be versus Rhea. I'm excited. I think we're going Charlotte Jade for their feud. Maybe Charlotte turns heel and takes the title off of Tiffany. Right? There's animosity there. There's beef there. But I don't know. Again, I've tried to give Jade Cargill the benefit of the doubt because she's still new to this game. But it's been 2 years. She's been in the business for about 6. Because I know she was an AEW original. She's just not good in the ring, man. It's like 5 moves of doom. I can't see it. I don't think Jade Cargill's good in the ring.
Oh, interesting. Well, we'll see what happens from here. I'm with you on that one. I think they lean more towards the Jade Cargill one-on-one with Charlotte Flair, especially since it was her and her group that attacked Charlotte Flair before her match with Liv Morgan last week. But we'll move on to our main event. And yes, some of us had been waiting on it. Some of us had been the ride or dies. Now, I will tell you this much, okay? I will tell you this much. If some of you are thinking that this was bad timing or anything like that, then blame WWE, because I clearly said that this should have happened a year or two ago when he was still a full-blown face. That would, if you're mad about that, then be mad at WWE, because they should have did. I called this last year. I even said as far back, Sammy should have won it at WrestleMania 42 when he was still a full-blown face. He should have won it then. So if you're gonna get mad at anybody about this, be mad at booking, but they for damn sure should have did it last year. But historic monumental title win, long time coming for Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn might be a transitional champion. I get that. In fact, I'll go as far as saying I don't see him as champion by SummerSlam. He very well may drop it to Saturday Night's Main Event.
I agree, but the way he won, right, the way he won is the most Sami Zayn way to win. With a roll-up.
Sami can win like that.
Yep, and shout out and rest in peace, Dusty Rhodes. All of Dusty's purebreds from NXT have now won the WWE Championship.
Yes.
Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, Big E, Sami Zayn, Finn Balor. Like, shout out to the Dusty, man. We miss Dusty a lot, but will he be the champion come SummerSlam? No.
I don't think so.
I think it's going to be like I said, I want Oba Roman. I really do. Just because Oba's my favorite right now. He's probably my favorite for a long time, and my mom is a diehard Roman fan, and I kind of just want to stick it to her that Oba beats Roman. I'm like, ha! Told you so. I told you. But I think it's going to be title versus career at SummerSlam. Over Brock 3.
Because we're now, one more question before we go off the air.
Yes, sir.
We talked about Sami winning the championship. We're talking about where we think the direction of the WWE Championship is going to go from here. Now, as far as Cody and Gunther, what are your thoughts about their direction? Especially since we still have impending a Punk return, an Orton return, and a Drew McIntyre return. Where do you think they go from there?
Gunther, Nick Aldis. I think Nick Aldis has been training from what I've heard. You saw the backstage altercation that happened. They laid hands on each other. Dropped some F-bombs in there as well. I think they go Gunther Aldis. Cody needs to be a heel, and Punk's going to go after him.
Really? Okay.
Because Punk's going to be like, you got to stop going down this darker path. Cody said, enough. I think shit's going to go down, and you know what? We're on the road to SummerSlam, and this road to SummerSlam is more exciting already than the road to WrestleMania, my friend.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you know what? Also,
we have the king! The king!
Yes, absolutely. And also, one more thing, we haven't forgotten, we still need a rubber match between the American Nightmare and the Tribal Chief.
We also need Oba Femi versus Cody Rhodes.
Indeed. There's so much direction we can go with this.
Like he says, Snipes, he is the mountain that you cannot climb.
Absolutely. Well, hey, everyone, thanks a lot for joining us for this episode of Top Rope Talk. Raw comes on in about an hour and a half. So we will actually be back on the air next Monday night at regular time. And Sean Russell will be back. Tyler will be here. So we'll have the full crew. But until then, I'm going to grab an early dinner, and then I'm going to pop in Raw. Until next week, for Undisputed Sumner, I am Mr. 6 o'clock Denzel Snipes. We'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.